And welcome back to Art with Mr. Z. Today I want to show you how to make your own ruler if you do not have one. Guaranteed you definitely have this item in your house. It's a standard light switch cover. A standard light switch cover is exactly 4.5 inches high. So that means that you can hold your paper up to that light switch cover and you can mark off where 4.5 inches is. So you'll have a mark on your paper, maybe going from the corner to here, just like that. What you can do with that information is you can start to take your paper like this, and I'm going to make it a little bit darker so you can see. That's 4.5 inches from the top of the paper. What you can do is you can start to divide that so that you have a length that you're aware of. Basically, this is going to be 4.5 inches now, and if I divide that in half by making a long fold exactly in half, now I know that I have 2.25 inches, just like this. So this is 2.25 inches. If I divide that in half, I get 1 1/8 inches thick. So from there I can start to pretty much tell myself what is 1 inch. This is 1 1/8, so basically if you make a little mark that far, that's about the same width as like your pencil lead. If you make a little mark that far from the edge, I'm going to do it darkly so you can see it better. That is 1 inch right there. Let's unfold it and see what we've got. 1 inch. Let's see if I did it accurately. I see exactly 1 inch. So in this way, you have something that you can start to build your own homemade ruler with. I'm going to take that 1 inch and I'm going to take another piece of paper and I'm going to fold the piece of paper lengthwise several times. So let's start here. And I'm going to fold it again. And I'm going to fold it one more time. Okay, now I have a nice straight piece of paper that's been folded several times. You can see it's quite thick. And I'm going to try and use this side, the side with the fold, as my straight edge. And I want to make sure that that is nice and smooth. So I'm like really making a good crease. And now I'm going to take my 1 inch and I'm going to take a nice dark marker and I'm going to start marking inches from the end. So right here there's 1. Then I can slide this over so that that lines up, and I'm going to make another inch. I'm going to slide this over and line that up so it makes yet another inch. And so on. Each time I'm being very careful, okay? Because if you're not careful, you're going to get a ruler that is basically useless. My inch marks, I want those to be nice and long and very visible. I can even number them, so that's 1. So if I'm starting at 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now, having a ruler with just inches on it can be very useful, but I also want to have half inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my piece of paper that I created my 1 inch on, and I'm going to take that 1 inch and fold it in half. So I'm kind of looking for where the 1 inch meets the 1 inch, and because I did this in permanent marker, it bled through the paper and I can kind of see it from the other side. You might need to like keep checking as you create your half-inch mark. So now I've got this nice half-inch mark here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that up. I can just look at the crease. And I'm going to make a half-inch mark on my ruler right where it lines up with that, because there's my half-inch mark. Looks like I'm getting a little bit off here, so I want to make sure that my half inches are kind of staying centered. There we go. Now I have a ruler that has inches and half inches, and it is almost completely accurate. So this ruler will totally work for any kind of measuring assignment that we need to do for this unit, okay? That's how you make your own homemade ruler, totally functional. You just need a light switch cover, a piece of paper, and something to write with.